Hey guys, Eric Tyler with Baseball Rebellion here, bringing you this week's Baseball Youth Player to Watch, Ramsey Bousseau. As you can tell here in this image, Ramsey is a big, strong, physical guy, and he uses that to his advantage to be able to drive the ball in the gaps and over the fence. So we'll take a look at how Ramsey uses his size and his movements to be able to drive the ball so far. The first thing we look at is his stride length. So something we've talked about, Ramsey's a little bigger than a couple of the guys we've broke down already. And so you can see he doesn't really have to have a big stride. Your stride length kind of depends on the size of the athlete you are. With Ramsey being a bigger guy, he really doesn't need to get as much weight moving forward as, say, a smaller guy does. So you can see as he picks up and he gathers his weight, he does a good job keeping his knee inside of his back foot, which is going to allow him to gather his weight and move it forward controlled instead of pushing off that back leg. And one thing he does really well is you're going to see here, as he starts to land with his front foot, his belt buckle and his knee start to rotate open. And you can see as he's landing, he's rotating his lower half. And so he does a good job creating separation from his lower half to his upper half. As you see, his shoulders are staying closed as his stomach, his belt buckle, his knees start to rotate open. So he does a really good job creating separation, which is going to allow him to now turn the bat through better. So you can see as we go into this frame with the neon green bat, you can see the blur start to happen behind him. So he's not pushing his hands. He's letting the barrel fall down behind him so he can get it on plane and up through as he braces up his front leg. So the bracing up is another thing we talk about, where he's landing with some weight in that front leg. It has some bend in the knee, and then as the front heel hits the ground, he's going to use that front foot and drive through the ground to straighten out. As you see that move there, as he's at contact, the front knee goes from bent to straight, which is called bracing up his front leg. It's going to be able to keep his head back behind his back knee. He does a really good job of getting the bat down and on plane. And now as he braces up, you can see the blur of the bat. He's got his bat on plane, moving up through the ball. The front leg has straightened out, and he does a really good job using the ground and using his size to be able to really impact the ball and then finish his turn. As you can see the number on the back of the jersey there, a nice complete turn. Ramsey does a great job using the ground and using his size to allow him to hit the ball harder and farther than his competition. So guys, get out there and check Ramsey out. This week's Baseball Youth Player to Watch.